YouTube? I'm Tom Morrow, and this is my co-host, Al Dente, and we are World of Pro Wrestling,
where we give our opinion on the current state of the wrestling industry today. Today we'll be talking about how the WWE went PG. Hey, so what do you think about the WWE going PG?
It's boring. It's very, very boring. There's no blood, no hardcore, no violence, no backstage, nothing.
The only time that they have anything related to like something hardcore or blood or violence, even though I don't think anyone's. I don't watch. Wrestling's violent, but I don't watch it. Like for the gory moments. The only time they do something like that is now on the pay-per-views, but that's because you're paying for it.
And look, they brought back ECW, but what was ECW?
It was all hardcore.
And blood.
And blood and barbed wire bats and
beer and booze and everything like that.
The good old days of Stone Cold.
But what is ECW now?
Now ECW is just a lower version of SmackDown with a couple of guys that are coming through the...
And one title.
Yeah, one title. They only have one title?
They only have one title. Well, they share with SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
But that's retarded. Why are you combining shows even though they get filmed on the same day?
Well, ECW and SmackDown are pretty much the... with the young talent that they have at WWE, whatever it is, they come in. Usually the first one is
but ECW has a lot of new talent.
Yeah, they have a lot of new talent. Eventually they'll go to SmackDown, but they're in ECW right now because that's just how Vince works with the bringing the talent up through the ranks. Then Raw is finally, hopefully, if you get good enough, you go over there.
Yeah, but the stories are repeats.
Yeah,
there's no excitement to watching it anymore because it's boring. It's you watch it, it's the same person against the same person for the same championship, and it's the same outcome.
But we haven't seen wrestling in a while. But
we remember what it was.
Yeah, we remember what it
should be.
What a couple years ago what it was, and it was really good. But now lately, at least the last time I saw it, Batista once again getting every title shot, getting a rematch. John Cena, I think he's still a champion right now. He lost to Orton a couple of times, but... Yeah,
but you said a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's the same
story. Same thing all the time, no matter what.
It's nothing, And what is Superstars? Just another show.
Yeah, it's just another show.
And what day is that show on?
I believe it's on Tuesdays.
No, ECW is Tuesday.
Oh yeah, ECW is Tuesday.
Superstars is on Thursday.
Thursday.
But their time slot runs into TNA.
Which has its own problems, but
we're not going to cover that today.
We'll get to that in another. That deserves its own video.
Yeah, that'll get its own video soon enough.
But another disappointment with WWE going PG is the collapse of DX. I understand. Part of the reason why DX got why they don't you're not.
As they say themselves, DX, they don't suck it, but they just suck. Their humor has gone down to a level of not funny.
Part of the reason really is when Shawn Michaels. I'm sure everyone that actually follows what he's doing in his personal life. He became a born again Christian. So part of the reason why DX is the way it is now. Why they're not peeing on motorcycles. Why they're not stripping in front of the audience on the ring anymore is because he doesn't want to see that.
Yeah, it's
but it
PG.
has gotten worse. Yeah,
and you can't do that stuff anymore. And there's no more. There's no more cursing and nothing. No bleeped anymore. Nothing's bleeped. But that brings us to John Cena. Now we're not gonna go into John Cena, but we're gonna go into his move right now, which is called what?
Originally it was called the FU.
FU, but now it's called the
Attitude Adjustment.
Attitude Adjustment.
I don't know why it's called that.
Because you can't say FU.
Yeah,
and because it's PG.
I guess also those shirts when WWE when it went WWE, they had a shirt saying WWE get the F out. There's a double meaning there why they had it like that.
You can't say that anymore now.
You can't say that anymore. I can't say the FU.
WWE was a TV 14 show, but the only reason they went PG was because
They needed
they bought a bigger fan
women,
base.
They needed the kids.
Now, mothers and fathers wouldn't let their children watch because of what was the sex they sold on it, the violence they sold on it, the language they sold on it. So Vince took his programming and brought it down to a level of very boring.
Basically, what the WWE is, they turned their brand into the Nintendo Wii. It's sort of like the Nintendo Wii version of wrestling today. Even though, I mean, Nintendo always had a childish, kiddie kind of vibe to the whole, the themes of the games that they had. I mean, Mario's been around for a while, Kirby, Donkey Kong, but pretty much, I mean, WWE still does well, yet it's a PG rating, just like the Wii does well, even though the games aren't as great because they can't really appeal to a more, not intelligent, but an audience that's a little bit more mature, which,
So, the only way the WWE can redeem itself from the current state that it is bring back backstage. There's a way. I love backstage, but now they bring it out to the ring where they call out people, and I don't like that. I like when they attack the person in the backstage, and they fought backstage, and they had ambulances and cops arresting people, and things like that. Where now everything is, it's done this way, you follow it, and then it's a repeated thing, maybe like 3 months later.
Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest backstage brawls I ever had was with The Rock and Mick Foley that was a couple of years ago. It was during the.
Will you see that now?
That was Sunday. It was Sunday Night Heat, and it was an empty arena match, something that they've never had again. They never had it again, but you'll definitely not see that anymore. I mean, it was a pretty good match. I mean, The Rock threw Foley he opened an oven, he threw him into the oven, his hands touched it, and he burned his hands. Rock choked him with a telephone wire. You'll never see that anymore with the WWE.
No. Never.
And
so the only way WWE can become the way it was to go back to the way it was.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just, put it in simple terms, boring beyond all belief.
Bring back the Attitude Era. I mean, bring back some edge. I mean, don't bring back Stone Cold, but bring back someone.
Bring back hardcore.
Cold. Yeah.
Bring back the hardcore title and give it to ECW, and then you'll see a hardcore match every single week on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, and you'll see. I mean, ratings. Raw had a pretty low rating a couple weeks ago, but I mean, ratings really doesn't matter to Vince. I mean, all he cares about really is getting the money. He's getting the money.
Now, not only do they have the PG, but they also have the PG-rated version of the WWE magazine.
Yeah, the kids' magazine.
The kids' WWE magazine. It's all about the money, and Vince knows how to get that money.
I think it came out about a year ago. I think they're having the 1 year anniversary or something like that. And I mean, I'm never gonna buy it, but it just goes to show how wrestling doesn't appeal to the older audience that once watched it. Even the fact that they don't really have a lot of wrestling in general. No one does a pile driver anymore. Only certain people are allowed to do certain moves. Like
and the only weapon you'll really see is the steel chair.
Yeah, you only see a steel chair, a ladder match whenever they have. Are they even?
And the only violence you'll ever see is on their pay-per-views.
Will they even have TLC matches in say Raw or SmackDown?
No.
No, you're never gonna see that again. You're never gonna see that again. You're never gonna see. You don't expect anyone to be driving out on a beer truck anymore until it'll be like a milk truck with a happy face on it. And
the last time we saw that was with Kurt Angle.
Yeah, that was it. But Kurt Angle, he's in TNA.
We're not gonna go into TNA.
We'll get to TNA another day.
Yeah. So today is how the WWE
went PG
and ruined themselves. Alright, Al, I think that's all the time we have for today. If you liked our video, please subscribe below. Also, our question for the day.
How do you feel about the WWE going PG?
Rate your answers in comments below. Check us out at our Facebook group.
World of Pro Wrestling.
Email us at
WorldofProWrestling@yahoo.com. Keep it in the ring, YouTube.
See ya!